In this tutorial video, we're going to discuss how to use the system variable EnterKey. So let's start by visiting the Alexia BASIC labyrinth. So we're going to go ahead and cast this very limited spell, which will direct our browser window, which is down here, to visit the Alexia BASIC labyrinth. So here's the labyrinth. The labyrinth is a great place where we can play around with various commands and see how they work in the context of various forms. Now, in this instance, we're going to focus our attention on the About Me portion of the labyrinth down here. So let's just go ahead and comment out this portion of the code so it doesn't get cast again. And now let's do the following. Type my name is Steven into About Me. Now, the reason why we can at least attempt to identify this particular portion of the HTML code with just simply About Me is because there is a bit of artificial intelligence built into the way Alexia BASIC operates. So when we see something like this that says About Me, there's a reasonable chance that the text area itself can be identified with that phraseology About Me. The same is true for a lot of these other text inputs within an HTML form. So let's go ahead and see if we can successfully type my name is Steven into the About Me section of the labyrinth simply by using type my name is Steven into About Me as seen here. So let's go ahead and cast this revised portion of the spell, and in a moment or two, if we're successful, we should see, there it is, my name is Steven. It shows up right here where we anticipated it would. Now, here's what happens. With some HTML forms, you may have to hit the Enter key after submitting data for that data to be accepted by the website. The challenge that sometimes arises with different websites is that it may be cumbersome, or if not very challenging, to successfully identify what button needs to be pushed to actually submit that form. So as an alternative, we can sometimes, depending on the web form, if we were to literally be doing this ourselves as humans, we could hit the Enter key and then the form would be submitted. However, if we want to automate that, or if we want Alexia BASIC to do this on our behalf, what we can instead do is use the system variable Enter key, and we simply type that in as though we were literally typing it in. So we're going to type in Enter key as follows, and what we're going to do is we're going to type Enter key, right? But of course it's not actually typing in Enter key, but rather we are typing as in pushing the Enter key button, and we're going to do that in the About Me section of the form down here. So let's go ahead and cast this edited spell, and we should see that little cursor hopefully move one line down, and it just did. Did you notice that? See how the little cursor was here and now it moved here, and that's because we were successfully able to type in the Enter key into the About Me section, and that caused the cursor to move down one line just as it would if we had manually hit the Enter key. So now you have a somewhat better understanding of how to use the system variable Enter key and in what context it might make a lot of sense to use it. Thanks for watching. Now please subscribe to our channel.